And we have some more breaking news coming in. At the SAR, reports now say that the issue of administering additional dose of COVID-19 vaccine to immunocompromised individuals will be deliberated upon in the meeting of the National Technical Advisor Group on Immunization, scheduled to be held on December 6th. That is tomorrow, Monday. We're also joined by our special guest this evening. We have Dr. P.S. Venkatesh Rao, who is an endocrine, breast and laparoscopic surgeon from the Manipal Hospital, Hebel, Bengaluru. We also have Dr. Zahir Virani, who is a nephrologist from the DNB Nephrology, member of Maharashtra's COVID task force as well. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on Republic TV. And there has been an ongoing debate about whether or not there should be booster dose and shots given to, specifically talking about those people who are vulnerable. And now we are getting in this report as to how we have the immunocompromised individuals that might possibly receive a booster shot as well. Coming across to Dr. Venkatesh Rao first. What's your response to this?
I have written about this today in the Sunday Guardian, and what I have written is that there is definitely a drop in the efficacy rate of the vaccines over 6 months. And with the new variants coming up, it is only good that a third dose is given. You see, most of the viral vaccines are all at least minimum 3 doses. So I'm sure this will also benefit from a third dose. These vaccines being new, COVID-19 being new, we really don't have a history to go by. But if we go by the history of other viral vaccines, I think the third dose will be required. And the other thing is the fact of the variants. Now, what kind of third dose? The problem with the carrier vaccines has been that there is a doubt if the body's immune system will attack the carrier vaccine itself, the carrier virus itself. So maybe they may choose to give the third dose a different vaccine. That means they may decide to give those who have received Covishield, Covaxin. I was, like all other doctors, we received the vaccine in January and February, and it is now not just 6 months, it is more than 9 months. So definitely, I would say that give all the people who have got compromised immunity and those health workers who are exposed to a lot of COVID to be given it first. Meanwhile, we should vaccinate all those who have not been vaccinated, and those who have received only one dose, they should get the second dose, and we should move fast in covering the children also. And I think the nasal vaccine which is coming up may also be a desirable thing to get it going.
Well, absolutely. And Dr. Zahir, if we specifically talk about this new COVID variant, that is Omicron, on a day when India has reported 21 cases of the Omicron virus, there have been several talks about a booster dose. And apart from that, what do you feel is the vaccination? If a person is double vaccinated, do you still believe that there is a possibility of getting this viral variant? And if so, what about the severity? Because there are still a lot of research to be done about the same.
So basically, you need to vaccinate the unvaccinated population. Those who are immunocompromised above the age of 65, who are renal transplant patients or have received any drugs for leukemia or any immunocompromising drug, should be vaccinated on a war footing. We should also consider the fact that we should now start pediatric vaccination. If you see the data coming out of South Africa, they have a large pediatric population which is getting affected by the Omicron virus. Whatever data we have at present, this seems to be a more contagious virus, but a less lethal virus. And majority of the vaccinated people are getting away with mild symptoms, or they are diagnosed on routine screening. So we have to keep the tracking, testing, and tracing going. We have to wear our mask. And as far as possible, if it is permitted by the central government, we should start with boosters, and especially for those above 65 and immunocompromised. Obviously, the healthcare workers who are exposed on a daily basis to this virus should be a priority and should be considered for the booster dose as well.
Absolutely. And Dr. Rao, on a day when India has reached that remarkable mark of almost vaccinating 50% of our eligible population, and India has already surpassed the 125 crore mark as far as vaccinations are concerned, do you still believe that possibly this entire variant might not have that kind of impact as it has been showing maybe in South African nations and other places as well? What do you believe in as far as this variant is concerned?
This variant or any variant, as long as majority of the people in that is the majority of the entire humanity, not only in our country, are vaccinated or have had the infection, and hence there is herd immunity, this virus will keep having mutations as it spreads, and these mutations will try to escape our immune system. Now, talking about Omicron, what we have observed till now, I mean, we don't have long-standing data because it is new, but what we can observe is, one, people who were completely vaccinated, were negative, took the flight, and by the time they reach some other part of the world, they are positive. That means that this has got a short incubation period. Second, the speed with which it is spreading suggests that it is more transmissible. Third, till now, we are what has been observed is that these patients are having a slightly different set of symptoms than the other variants till now. There is more fatigue, there is more body ache, there is in many cases a headache, but there is no reports of loss of sensation, that is taste and smell. There are no reported cases of complications, breathing difficulty, complications, and death. So this may be following the same pattern that all other respiratory viruses or other viruses have followed in the past. For the virus, it is not good if the host dies, because the more deaths, the less the number of hosts available for the virus or for the pathogen. So as it mutates, it tries not to kill us, but to be able to spread faster and spread quicker. So that is what is probably what is going on. And because it spreads faster and spreads quicker, and it may replace the Delta variant and other variants and eventually come to dominate.
Absolutely. And Dr. Zahir, coming back to the booster shot as well, and if we talk about some of the Western countries like the United States, they have already administered that booster dose to their immunocompromised population, their senior citizens. And while we are still awaiting a decision to be made in our country, do you believe that this will be the future course as far as vaccination or a booster dose to be given for all as well?
You see, in Karnataka, and I think of other parts of the country also, there are far more people now coming for vaccination. So the people who have been avoiding vaccination, who have been resisting vaccination, are coming back for vaccination. So same thing may happen in Western nations. I just hope, because there's a lot of vaccination disinformation going on, a lot of people resisting vaccination in these Western countries. At the same time, vaccines may be expiring and being thrown, but they are not being distributed free to the countries which don't have it, or the vaccines.
I think eventually the boosters
Dr. Zahir
will
Virani,
be
if I can also ask you that specific question about the booster dose, what do you believe? Do you believe that while we are still awaiting a decision in our country, do you believe that booster shots will be a future course for our vaccination of our population?
I think boosters is the way forward. I also would like to mention here that I think down the line, we are going to have pentavalent vaccines like we have for various, like for the influenza, and we are going to have this almost every year. As and when more and more variants develop, the vaccines will have to be modified according to those variants. So the future is, it looks like it's going to be a regular vaccination like we have for influenza, and that is what the future looks like. But at present, the boosters are the way forward, and the boosters should be administered hopefully and quickly to the immunocompromised first. I agree with my colleague that the second dose should be given to everybody on a war footing. If it's possible to shorten the interval between the two doses, at present which is now a longer period of time, and those who have been only vaccinated with one shot, they should be given the second shot quicker. So if we have a surplus of vaccines, we should use it, and we should use it in the best possible way.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Virani and Dr. Rao, for joining us here on Republic TV. And we'll wait and see what a decision is made as far as the booster dose for the immunocompromised population is concerned.
Thank you.
Thank you.